Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Chivas, and it's finally happened, it's finally been announced. Gerardo Espinoza is no longer the head coach of Chivas FC, and yeah, I think it's the best move, and I think it's surprisingly quick. The sporting director Javier Mia came out in a press conference literally like a few hours ago now, saying that thank you for his service, but we've let him go, and we're actively looking for his replacement. Um, I said online, I said in these videos that Espinoza was not really up to it. It was a bit of a gamble. I still felt, in my most depressed state, I still felt that we should have just kept with Oscar Garcia and just ploughed along with him. They're kind of similar. I think, if anything, Espinoza made this a bit worse. I think Garcia, we got a couple of wins with Garcia, but Espinosa's track record, it speaks for itself. I think it's 2 wins, 3 draws. I think it's 2 wins, 3 losses, and 4 draws or something like that. It's a abysmal record, to be fair to him, or unfair to him, maybe, as whatever you think. But yeah, I always thought he was never good enough. To be honest with you, I never really understood the appointment. I didn't understand why we let go of Oscar Garcia halfway through the season, or not even halfway through the season. I think it was just before halfway. Whether there was arguments with him or whatever, and he had to go or whatever, I don't know. But I felt like we should have just kept with Garcia. I mean, and hopefully things might have improved with him. But yeah, unfortunate for Mexican coaches, I guess. Espinosa did have a lot of promise. He's had a pretty decent career up to this point, and he probably will go on and become a really good coach. I mean, he's only 43 or whatever, so he's super young for a coach. So he can always improve. I hope he gets another job somewhere and starts again and just rebuilds his career and goes forward and becomes a good coach, because there is a foundation there with him. It's just, Chivas is a step too far, and we're a bit of a mess at the moment anyway, and we've got a tough task. We are a tough task for any coach to come in, and for someone so young and inexperienced, it was probably too much. And it kind of follows a trend right now. Garcia, Gargo, Paunovic, they're all relatively young in their careers, relatively, mid 40s, late 40s kind of age, just starting out their senior coaching career. Bunch of them with obviously youth, all of them actually with youth experience, youth coaching experience. So, there's a bit of a trend, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if we go for a much older guy next one. I think Jaime Lozano has been talked about. Almada as well. Someone just that knows the league. I'll take Paunovic back, but obviously he's not coming back, which is fine. But someone that knows the league, someone that knows Chivas, knows where we're supposed to be, knows our players, someone that's good at bringing playing youth teams, youth players and young players, and getting them into the senior team and getting them experience and developing them is a plus as well, because we've got loads of young talent. Obviously Mateo's on his way out and Camberis is probably following him, but we've got loads of young talent in our squad and they all need developing and playing, and so hopefully we see more of that, and hopefully player departures are coming next. I've always said that Espinoza was the first move that needed to happen. It was a little bit surprising actually how quick it was. Very, very quick. It's like, okay, the season ends, Espinoza's gone now. And I'm all for that. That's a good move in my opinion. That's a good step, because now everyone knows that, that's done, and we're going to get a new coach in, and hopefully get a new coaching quickly, so that as much off season as possible to get to know the players and train with them and get to know them basically before the season starts. So it's a great move in my opinion. It had to happen. I said to everyone, I've said to everyone I know that bothers about Chivas, is that this is the first thing that needed to happen. Espinosa needed to go, because if anything, he proved that he wasn't up to the task. His game management's a bit poor. Starting 11s was okay. Once he decided to drop Chicharito, I think Chicharito was his safe bet. He probably thought, Mexico's best striker. If I'm going to start anyone, I'll start him. He should have done that. He should have just been playing Taylor Walker the whole time. But it is what it is. I mean, lessons need to be learned. That's what happens. That's the only good thing about failure, is that you learn from it and then you gain the experience from it and you try to avoid it in the future. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. A good move that happened really quickly. Good move that he's gone. I think we needed someone else in it anyway, more experienced. Yes, good first step in my opinion, and long may that continue because we do have other departures that need happening. We have loads of players I think that we need to get sold of, to get rid of, get sold. I don't want to do a separate video on what players I think I should leave. Check my Twitter out if you haven't already. I've put a list up there of players that I think should go. But we'll have to wait and see. And like I said, I don't think we're going to go out and spend loads of money on big players or whatever. I think we're going to go out and spend a decent amount of money on 19, 20, 21, 22 year olds. There's a couple of kids from Cholos, that kid from Monterrey. I think they're all gettable. We've got older players that we can transfer and trade with them, like we did with Romo and Chiquete. That's what I think is going to happen now. I think we're going to get a bunch of young players in and just bed them in and um, bring some more players from Tapatio and U23s in and just have a really young squad that's hungry and fighting. And you saw Mateo Chavez after the last game, how much he loves the club. And Tell Walker, whenever he scores, he loves coming. These kids, because they've been in the youth system and they're getting the first chances, and because it's at Chivas, they appreciate it. That appreciation and that drive helps you in football games. It's as simple as that. If you're Piojo or Chicharito or Polito even, with loads of money, you've had a big career already, or a relatively big career in some cases, you may not have that fire, and that might affect you not trying as hard in the pitch. And I think that's the one good thing about playing with young players, is that they're grateful for the opportunity, and they've got loads of energy as well because they're super young. So that helps them on the pitch, and it helps the team in general. So hopefully we can continue in that trend. I'm not expecting us to spend loads of money on big players. I think we're going to spend loads of money, but on several young players that can come in. Like I said, there's loads of players out there, 19, 20, 21 year olds, that can come in and do well for us. We need an attacking midfielder. There's plenty out there right now. I listed a couple on my Twitter a couple of days ago. Go check that out. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, I don't think we're going to sign anyone, to be honest with you. But if we do, I think it'll be young kids. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, anyway, Adios to Espinoza. It's been a pleasure. Unfortunate. I feel really bad for him. I think, it could have gone better. Maybe. We're in a bit of a state of flux at the moment in the team. Anyway, we're bringing so many young players in. Older players are not performing. He had no control over that. Although in-game management, his substitutions was weird. Not playing Cambreras for like a couple of weeks, 3 weeks or whatever it was, is unforgivable in my opinion. He was our best outfield player in my opinion this season. But yeah, there's positives, and hopefully this is a massive positive as well, and hopefully we can build upon that and go forward. But let me know what you think about Espinoza. Let me know what you think. Who do you think the next coach is going to be, and any players that you think we can realistically sign. Let me know in the comments, because I think that's all valid conversation material. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you haven't done already. I really do appreciate it. And let me know in the comments, because we'll talk about it in the comments for sure. So. Yeah, I won't do a video till there's another announcement. There's another piece of news. That's the downside of not having the league anymore, is that there's no regular videos. But as and when, I'll definitely be here. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for watching my previous videos. I did a whole bunch of GS videos in a clump, which I don't normally do. I like to spread them out, but so much is happening with GS right now, so you can't really get it in one video. You do a video and then something else happens and you want to do another video, so it is what it is. But thanks guys for watching. Most of you guys have watched all of them already, so which is great, and hopefully you can watch this one as well. And comment down below, because we'll talk about it in the comments. So, and if you've got Twitter, then add me. It's the same handle as my YouTube, and then we can talk about it on there as well. So anyway, most of you guys I think already follow me on Twitter and come here from Twitter, which is great. But if it's the other way around for you, then follow me on Twitter and we'll talk about it there as well. So anyway guys, thanks for watching and listening to me ramble, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.